This is Bob Latchford. I'm not bitter, just better.
Not bitter, just better. The all-new Everton podcast.
Obviously our next game, FA Cup, fourth round. It's the fourth round, isn't it?
Yeah, fourth round.
Fourth round. And we're playing a team who we've come across fairly recently.
Yeah.
In Stevenage Borough.
We know through our own experience that we can't take them lightly, because they'll be raising their game. We'll probably play somewhat approaching a second string team.
Will we though in the FA Cup? You thought this last time. I think we saw Joel and goal, didn't we?
We saw Oviedo left back.
Yeah.
We saw Jelavic up front.
We're not going to see Jelavic up front now, though, are we?
No,
so I don't think we're going to see Velios. So we're going to see Lukaku up front.
We'll probably see Stephen Naismith up front.
Possibly, yeah. Having a look at Stevenage, though, I mean, they're not having a great season, to be fair. Currently rock bottom of League One on 22 points, which is 3 less than Tranmere, who were having a terrible season. Again, we played them recently, and it went to extra time, didn't it, the Stevenage game?
Yeah, it took Fellaini, do you remember him? It took Fellaini to drag us out of it.
It did, yeah. So I can't see the being it. It should be a straight walkover, shouldn't it?
Well,
I mean, we're away, aren't we, obviously, which is never an easy thing. But,
Well, as I said when it was announced, it's the 5:30 kickoff for BT Sport or ITV. So they...
BT Sport, I think it's on.
So they spy, or they smell a giant killing.
I think they just like to show games where the big teams go to these little stadiums, don't they? We're travelling to the Lamex Stadium.
The Lamex?
The Lamex, yeah.
Yeah. Well...
Do you think that might have some sort of... be named after their performances recently?
Possibly, yeah. What I will say, I'll throw an old cliche out there. Form goes out the window in the FA Cup.
It does.
And every club wants to go as far as they can, and it's a real opportunity for smaller clubs and lower league clubs to get a bit of revenue in. I think they put their ticket sales up. Their tickets for the away end were £42.
Really?
For a team who were bottom of the first, League One.
That's a shocker, that.
So,
and just in case anyone's wondering, I thought I'd just like to reveal that Stevenage FC are pleased to announce that Stuart Dinsey has joined the club's board of directors.
Oh, Stuart. I remember Stuart, yeah.
Well, Stuart's actually a former East Terrace season ticket holder and club sponsor, and he grew up in Stevenage and is now a successful businessman within the media industry.
Well, nice.
You may wonder why I'm telling you this, but that's the top story on Stevenage Borough's website today.
That was it, right, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I've just noticed they haven't even got our new badge on there. Lazy gets.
Oh, they haven't? No, they're using the old badge. I think we should call the game off. That's a disgrace. Personnel-wise, you're looking through this. There's not many players you would have thought that Stevenage have got, that are going to cause us any real problems. I wouldn't have thought. Max man to watch is going to be a difficult one this week, because I don't think I know any of their squad. What are you thinking for personnel for ourselves? What sort of team do you think we'll put out, Johnny?
I think it will be Joel in goal. I think Oviedo will be left back. I think he's not going to risk Coleman. He's probably not going to play distant. So Stones and Hibbert will come in. I think McCarthy will play. I think Barry will play. I think Osman will play. I think you'll see Naismith. The other two, I'm not really sure about. I'm not sure whether Lukaku will play or not. He might play Morales up top. I don't think Pinar, if he's still shaking, if he's still trying to shoot his knob off or shake a knock off, I don't think he'll risk him. But then, we're looking at numbers now, and we're starting to look a little bit. The bench is looking a bit.
It's looking thin, isn't it? So, we haven't got a massive amount of players that are fit at the moment to sort of do any squad okay.
Oh, McGeady, of course.
I think McGeady will start.
Come in, yeah.
I think he will start, yeah. My man to watch for Stevenage is going to be Francois Zoko.
Is that because he's got a continental sounding name and sound?
That's the only reason why I picked him, yeah. Looking through, they've got, John Ashton, Luke Jones, James Dunn, Jordan Burrow. All these don't sound very exciting, but then there's Francois Zoko.
Who scored for them against us early on in the season? You don't know.
No idea.
So how do you feel the lineup's going to look?
I mean, as we've just discussed there, there's very little rotation that could be done. I'd be very surprised if he gave the likes of, say, Velios or Magai Gay a start. I'd be incredibly surprised. So you're only really looking at maybe, obviously Coleman's got that pull. Perhaps we'll see Stones at right back. Maybe you give Hibbert a game. But yeah, that'll be really the only change I could see from the team he's put out for the day. Maybe give Pienaar an hour to try and get a bit of fitness back. But I think it's going to be pretty much as it was. I expect to see Lukaku up front. I don't think there'll be great changes in defence or midfield. So, and I expect us to win very comfortably.
Well, I'm hoping we do.
I thought.
Yeah, well, it's a real opportunity to have a good run here. The fifth round. If we get a favourable draw, and as I said earlier on the season, I'd fancy us beating anyone really in the FA Cup. Get the fifth round where you're in the quarters in the sixth round, aren't you? And then there's a semi back to Wembley, and then who knows?
You're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here, Johnny. I'm going to go 4-0 Everton.
I'm going to go without a prediction, but I think they'll score just to shake it up a little bit. So, don't know. Anyway, so that's one fixture out the way. And then
fast forward 3 days, and we will probably record next Wednesday, I would have thought.
So it's a free for all this week, isn't it? Like even though the Stevenage game was on Saturday, all the banter this week, it's all going to be that, isn't it?
It's going to be derby talk, isn't it? And that's sort of a little bit of a bit of a problem going into the Stevenage game, isn't it?
You don't want to overlook it.
You are gonna overlook it and forget about it. But I'm just glad it's Stevenage and maybe not somebody like a top of the Championship side or even a Palace or a Fulham.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to.
No, I know.
We've been stung before.
I know we have. And that really will put heads down going into the derby, wouldn't it, if we were to lose against Stevenage?
Yeah. So, I mean, what it could spur us on against Stevenage, the players coming in, they might come in and not, and not have the games drop and just be...
Well, to me, one of the best things Robbie could do is probably, give the likes of Naismith a start and McGeady and say, you do well today and you're looking at a starting place on Tuesday night. And if you're a footballer of any weight, they're the games you want to be playing in, aren't they? The big, high-pressure, high-intensity games like a Merseyside derby.
Yeah, definitely.
We will be very happy.
Yeah, as always, especially this time, because we've got 2,000 and something more people on our Facebook, I'd like to say, if you are listening on SoundCloud and have an Apple device, you can go and subscribe to us on the iTunes store. Just search Not Bitter, Just Better. Also, we started doing we did our first one last week, little YouTube preview, and that's got all our links in as well. So if you go to the Not Bitter, Just Better Everton YouTube page, you can find some pre-match stuff on there, and we'll end up posting some funny videos and stuff like that. And once I've done all these links, which is now, I can say... bring on Stevenage and bring on the red shite, and I will see you all next week.
And my final words for this podcast is something that I think is very suitable and means a lot to me. Copite or gobshite.